I don't know what would be the name of it.
Yeah. I call them talk mics.
I do too. People love you, man, and I hate it.
I know. There's something about you. Go ahead.
5,
I don't
4.
want my hat. I can't wear my hat with you.
Shut the fuck up, man.
What do I need these headphones?
You don't need them.
You don't need it. You don't need it. Yeah. Well,
5.
maybe take the hat off. Have you thought about that? Take the fucking hat off?
Okay, go.
Okay, yeah.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can you turn my headphones up?
Yep.
Black level.
Okay. How's that?
Think Snoop Studio. That's how I need it.
Marvin. Marvin. It's one of my favorite songs from the Commodores.
What is it?
Okay. I don't know. Let's start over. That was not a good opening.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. What's up? Bob here from the suburbs. Welcome to another episode of the TigerBelly podcast. It's good to be here. We've got my white friend George. What's up, George? Hey, buddy. Radical. Right. We've got my buddy, my Filipino buddy here, Gilbert. He's exotic.
Wow.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
It's a Filipino mongoose.
Oh, yeah.
It's a what?
Yeah, my beautiful exotic
God,
girlfriend
I hate
here,
that word.
Khalyla.
Also
She's
Filipino.
Yeah, she's got a nice purple vag. Nice purple vag. And we've got my friend, my black friend here, Donnell Rawlings. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
I don't want a round of applause. First of all, I want to apologize to all my fans that are going to look at this and say, what the fuck is he doing that podcast?
Yeah.
Desperate times require desperate.
Yeah. First of all, no. First of all,
can we be clear?
Yeah.
For everyone, let them know that I don't want to be here.
Okay, let me be clear.
No.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, they fucking got such a friendship in the bond. I don't want to be here.
All right.
And the only reason, I want to be clear, the only reasons, and this is the part I don't understand,
Yeah.
Bobby. This podcast has so many fans.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you, Big
I had to look at it like a person that's going on a TV show. He know they're going to ask some dumb questions.
Yeah,
but there's so many viewers that you got to go there to
right.
product and shit.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm here is because there are people that love you.
We're not the Kelly Clarkson show. Is that what you're saying?
No, not that.
Okay,
I love Kelly Clarkson.
No, but people go on there because it's got a lot of viewership. And is that what he's saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Okay, what I'm going to say to you is this.
And if my podcast had more viewers, I would never be on this fucking show.
Okay, but I need to.
The people in the streets told me.
All right.
They said, you want to be a part of what?
But facts are facts.
Okay, go ahead.
Facts are facts, all right?
Right.
And it's so interesting that you say that because I wasn't even going to bring this up.
Right.
But it's like when you started your new podcast, right? You tried to start a little war with me, right, on Instagram, which to me made it seem like you wanted to come onto our podcast and you wanted to collaborate.
No, I wanted to fuck with you.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to fuck with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to I like fighting you.
I like fighting you too. I like
fighting you.
I like fighting you too.
But I had to stop the fight because nobody wanted to join the team.
I know.
Right? You were too deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm real deep,
and
bro.
then the Asian community, when it comes to like anything to do with like hacking or anything like that, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, you're gonna.
And you don't even have this many viewers. You have one young Asian motherfucker, right? That created some type of robot. Like they go. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Nah, I like fucking with you.
Yeah, but I like fucking with you too. But there is something with us that whenever I see you, sometimes you'll like walk the other way, or you even before the pandemic, you would create a distance because you can't handle my sexual energy.
Okay, guess what? Guess what? This is why you're such a genius, because I don't know how many years that it took you to figure it out.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. I can't handle sexual energy from anybody with a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't have sexual energy to you, for you. I just exude it because I'm just a being.
I know you're a being, but I'm not that type of being.
Right.
All right. We're different type of beings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what I say. I know, I know you're from a place where, like, and this may sound weird for some people.
Yeah.
Where kissing a guy in the mouth is not considered homosexual.
I find it European. I don't find it homosexual.
That's my point. I'm not a European motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you do.
Clear.
You do know Europe exists.
I do. I fuck
people-
so many European bitches. That's like,
yeah.
some of my favorite bitches. European, but it's not. They're bitches.
Yeah. All right.
They have vaginas.
Right.
They're not purple vaginas.
Okay.
But they have vaginas.
All right,
I'm
so
saying, that's the difference in cultures.
Okay. Let me say this then. Okay. For instance, if I was
Do you like my hat?
it's good.
It's
I really,
nature.
that's my style.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very,
I
it
really like
represents
it.
nature, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you could have rocked that hat. You couldn't have rocked that hat 30 years ago.
I got swag. I can rock anything.
No, I think 30 years ago would have been weird. Now,
asked
as
me a
you're
question.
older,
You asked me a question, Bobby. I'm giving you my answer. And with that, you said no. So are you going to interview me or are you going to interview yourself? I'm just saying, because here's what
whoa. Don't leave.
I
Don't
can
leave.
just leave.
Okay.
All right? All right. If you need somebody to bounce ideas off, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And first off, I'm disturbed by this fucking plexiglass, or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah.
Because I know you're trying to practice correct COVID protocol.
Yes.
But me being from the hood and you being Asian on the other side of glass,
Yeah.
this is where you guys get empowered. Like, listen, I'm telling you, like in certain neighborhoods, like the fucking Asian person talks more shit, the thicker the bulletproof glass
Yeah.
is.
It's true. You know what?
Like right now, you're not gonna talk too much shit because I could kick myself through this. But if you had that motherfucking shit right here, you was like, "Fuck you, nigga, you on my show."
Yeah.
All right, you would.
That's
but-
actually, that's a historical fact.
It is a historical fact. Me and I know that.
When you go to a Chinese
Like I want to
restaurant,
order something right now.
all right. So when you're in a Chinese
And I
restaurant,
want you to tell me it's only gonna take 5 minutes, whatever the fucking order is.
do you think that when you're at a Chinese restaurant, do you think that we're talking shit behind your back, behind the wall?
Do I think that?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, well, then you're correct.
I know, and the reason why I know that because I know the stress on the other. I know the stress on both sides. I know you're trying to provide food for a community or whatever, and then you get frustrated when someone comes in there and they say they want shrimp fried rice, and they say I want extra shrimp, right? Right. Without respecting how much extra shrimp costs.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Just
right.
like, no, I need you to throw extra shrimp in here, and you can't do it.
Would you be angry if they go, okay, we have to add $5 more?
No, I wouldn't be angry with that because
Yeah.
I know if I go somewhere, like right now, if I go somewhere I want extra anything, I know it's going to be an extra cost. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not going in there with the idea if I want extra shit for the same price. So I can understand where that frustration comes from.
Right.
And, and I don't necessarily think that that's your community. It's so funny about when I say your community, like in New York, they have a lot of Koreans own like the markets and stuff, right?
Right.
And a lot of black people have issues with their culture. And on the other side, the Korean culture has issues with our culture. And I think the thing that is more disturbing with the Korean culture when it comes to our culture is the lack of respect they have for elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the old thing where, oh, why you follow me and everything like that. And I understand that exists, whatever. But I've noticed, and especially being stationed and living in Korea, I know how important respecting your elders is to your culture.
It's very important.
But that's
In
also
some kind of way, you lost that.
Wait. I specifically?
You lost that respect for elders because I am your elder.
technically,
You
yeah,
are,
by 2
you are,
years.
you are,
By a couple-
whatever it is, you're Tongsang,
You're
Tongsang,
all right.
and I'm young now.
Okay.
You're Tongsang, I'm young now. And with that said, if you ever spend any time in Korea, when you see me, you have to show me respect. You know,
I didn't know we were
No, you
playing by
didn't.
those rules.
You didn't bow. You didn't bow.
Listen, you didn't do that. When I came here, you didn't do annyeong. You didn't do that.
I know.
You didn't do none of that.
I'm
So
sorry.
you're disrespectful to my culture, and you're also disrespectful to your culture.
Okay, if I would have known, I first of all, I didn't know that you ever even spent time in Korea.
Bobby, I don't stop the fucking lies, bruh.
Or I knew. I knew.
We've been 3 fucking shows
I know.
where I
I know.
smoked more motherfucking home out load than you.
I know.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Do you do this to your listeners all the time?
What do you mean?
Lie?
Yeah.
Do you guys accept it?
Yeah.
Is it this is a camera for the audience?
Yeah.
You guys accept this level of disrespect from this motherfucker? Leave your comments. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to improve my game here as a human being.
But I do. I like you.
I like to look back at my past and my behaviors, and I also look back at past podcasts, and I want to improve my game. Yeah, I lie a lot. I've exaggerated. I think that in comedy, you have to do that to embellish stories and whatnot. Do you embellish stories?
Yeah, that's what part of my, like, people always ask me when it comes to stand-up, what is my style? What is my process? And I don't really, only process I have is trying to live life the best I can. You know, we all go out and you come into situations, especially you, and like, for some reason, comedy just comes to you. You know what I mean? And you say to yourself, oh, that could be a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a joke. But not really a joke. I want to be able to go on stage and talk about that. You know, I've never been one to sit down and like, here's the punch, here's the setup, or here's anything. Like, I write on stage. Over the years, I probably lost so much material because that's my process. If I was that anal person, the ones that anytime something happens, they write it down, I would have fucking all type of jokes.
Yeah.
But I rely more on my muscle memory and me being able to tell the story, embellish the story, and then where the comedy comes in is when you exaggerate the story.
But do you write it down or no?
No, I might write a premise down.
Oh, right. Me too.
Because I believe that if something is really funny to you, like it goes into our hard drive. And my opinion of a hard drive is our life. You've been on stage and you've been on a road with something, right? And then you'll say a word or two, and then for some reason it goes to the hard drive of something you thought of a year ago that you never saw you never done before, but now it's like, oh shit, this is the perfect time.
Yeah. The worst is when I can't quite get something to work, right? I have an idea, I can't get it to work. And the worst is 3 years later, you see a comic do it,
Right.
and you go, oh, fuck, that's how you do it.
Yeah, but then when you're a beast,
I hate it.
yeah, but when you're a beast, you lose some shit like that. But when you're a creative person, you're like, you know, you'll have a bit like, this shit is funny, and then but when you're dope, when you lose it, you're just gonna come up with some more funny shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Unless something going on in your life psychologically that gives you a fucking complete creative block.
No.
You try to stay away from those things.
When you did summer camp with the gang,
The gang.
yeah.
I don't know. I should consider that to be racist. The gang. Why can't it be some of your fellow friends?
Yeah.
Why can't it be? If a white man was here? Yo, Bobby. If a white man was here,
Yeah, I would have said gang. You know what I mean? I would have said gang, my friend.
You would even said fellowship.
No, I would have said gang. That because I'm a simple guy, and you're a gang of thieves. I'm not.
You talking to pirates or what?
A gang of friends. I mean,
I would love to go back through.
I don't know why it's
love to go-
thieves. I don't know why.
I would love to go back.
I'm up against a wall. No one's defending me. This
Like
is-
Donnell, I want to know what you truly think about Koreans. Do you think that there is inherently a racist seed somewhere implanted in their DNA?
I don't think it's a racist seed. I think it's American culture that they get dissatisfied with more than anything. I don't think it's like they dislike black people, but a lot of Koreans, when they come here, the first thing they do for them to make money is that they plant themselves into a black neighborhood and they create certain jobs. That's it. But I don't think and the reason why I'm saying is because I've spent time in Korea.
Yeah.
I really know the culture. I really know how much the biggest thing they value is respect. I know that. So I can't I'm not a person I've seen both sides of it, you know? And I think that a lot of Koreans when they first come in, they're displeased with American culture and then the way we live.
Yeah.
And just so happen the communities that they are in, when they come the first time, a lot of times they are in those black neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got, like, when I was growing up, when I came to LA, right? I came to LA in the 90s, right? In like after like the mid 90s a little bit. And there was like, you know, this is after the riots and this is after, but you know, you'd watch a movie like Do the Right Thing and you see like Stephen Park played the Korean grocery store guy. and it felt like there was some sort of conflict between, black people and Koreans, which for me, I'm not that kind of Korean. You know what I mean? The ones that they would depict in the.
But the reason why that is, Bobby, is because they don't know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're behind a glass, it's hard to get to know somebody. The reason why I say that because every neighborhood that I've lived in between New York and LA, whether there be like a Korean market or a Korean cleaner, when I get to know these people, they fall in love with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
I love you too.
once they know, it's too late for you.
I love you
But
so
once
much.
they know, especially when they know the backstory of me spending some time in Korea, when they know that I know when I speak to them, how I know how to show respect on the way I carry myself. 안녕하세요, 안녕하십니까.
Yeah.
They know that and they get it. They're like this, where did he get that from? Like it's one thing to be able to say something in another language, but it's another thing to be able to know your body language, your facial expressions and everything. And it's always these older adishis that get to know me and they fall in love with me. And when an older Korean person is in love with you, as I remember one time I went to the cleaners close to where I live, right?
Yeah.
And my bill was like $50, right? This is when you know Korean loves you, right? My bill was $50. I gave $50 and he gave me $10 back.
Oh.
He gave me some of my money back. Hello?
Hello. That's crazy.
He was like,
That's fucking.
but he did it. He didn't do it like I love you. You know, Koreans,
Yeah.
they gonna disrespect you or anything. You know, like I love you.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, they don't. And there's something about like, I don't know if we talked about this when we did the show, but Korean dads don't have a lot of emotion.
No.
They don't.
Yeah.
And some people be like, oh, but that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
When you said it reminded me like whenever I would introduce my dad to like a new friend from high school. I go, hey, Dad, this is Tony. He would go like, okay.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to know his name. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? And he would also do this with his
And
hand.
I know he would
get him
do
away.
that. I knew he would do that for you because he knew you were going to be in the kitchen kissing the dude in his face. So he's like, hey, I don't lie.
Yeah. I'm not gay.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
you're not.
okay.
I know you're
Yeah. I'm okay.
Pinterest.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a really quick break to share one of our new and favorite sponsors with you.
Lucy Nicotine. You guys, right now I'm chewing Lucy Nicotine Chew and Park.
Ooh.
It comes with 10 pieces. I remember the other day I was like, I'm gonna go play video games and I'm gonna chew on some Lucy, right? And I don't smoke the whole time. This is better than the other brands because you can actually feel it kind of working in your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
This is great gum. Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for possible, not pay.
For people, not patients.
Let me read that again, man. Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients.
Yep.
Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. It has a lozenge as well. Lozenge as well.
yeah.
With 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor.
It's 2020. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges.
Lozenges.
This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. TigerBelly listeners go to lucy.co and use promo code TigerBelly to get 20% off all products, including gum or, Khalyla?
Lozenges.
Lozenges. That's lucy.co and use the promo code TigerBelly at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Lucy.co and be sure to use that promo code TigerBelly.
Quip. It's for your teeth and it's really healthy. You guys, I promise you this, and this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If I had Quip as a toothbrush throughout my life, I'd have all my teeth.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now, usually I find brushing to be boring and monotonous, right? but every time at night and in the mornings, I look forward to using my Quip brush.
They have a new one called a Smart Electric Toothbrush.
How can they even get smarter? Holy shit.
For adults and kids, and it has all the guiding features of the original brush, but with a new Bluetooth smart motor that connects to the free...
It's future shit.
It connects to the free Quip app so you can track your brushing, get tips and daily coaching, and earn rewards for good habits like brushing 2 minutes twice a day. Why? A healthy mouth is its own reward, but free gifts like refills, discounts, products can also motivate people to consistently brush better.
Yeah, imagine being on the Enterprise and Chris Pine's Captain Kirk would be using this futuristic. Just imagine that.
It has sensitive sonic vibrations, and it also has a built-in 2-minute timer. So it pulses every 30 seconds to remind you when to switch sides. And they also have the kids' electric toothbrush and an anti-cavity toothpaste that we use and we enjoy.
Eco-friendly solar battery charger to power your Quip with sunshine. Refresh bag to bring your good oral care habits everywhere you go. It
Thanks.
has that too.
Thanks, Bobby. Start getting rewards for brushing your teeth today. You go to getquip.com/belly right now to get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/belly. Spell GETQUIP.com/belly. Quip, better oral health made simple and rewarding. Enjoy the rest of the show.
It's so funny because when we did the cabin and when me and Bert, because the cabin's out on Netflix,
Right.
and Donnell was in the episode with us, and it was really fun. But when him and I both got naked, me and Bert got naked in front of Donnell. Oh God, it was just the pleasure of his reaction.
No. First off, Bobby.
Thank you God for that.
First off, Bobby.
Yeah.
This is how it happened.
A retelling.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer needed a lot of black people on the show.
A lot.
Went through his phone book and it landed on 2. They're in one section, right?
Yeah.
And originally, I was gonna do the show. Anytime I've been knowing Bert for over 20 years, and like it's certain people you connect with, if they say, "Would you be down?" You immediately say yes before. Like, I don't know what the money is. You just do it. You have that type of relationship. We pretty much started like we're from the same generation, like from the Boston Comedy Club, or whatever. So he asked me to be a part of the show, and then the way the show was pitched to me, this is gonna be a show where Bert invites some of his closest friends and they get in touch with nature. And this is what they pitched to me. They're gonna go fishing. They're gonna have some moments and stuff like that, right? And then I was supposed to be on the episode. No disrespect to you or how you got on the show or whatever episode you're supposed to be in. But originally it was supposed to be me and Bill Burr, right? That's what I heard, right? That's what they pitched to me, right? You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh
shit!
Oh shit! That's what you get, motherfucker.
Hurts.
Oh, no,
That hurts.
But I'm pretty sure he had you slotted to be on the show.
You were
I came in late.
you were diversity cast.
Yeah, I came in late.
Yeah,
I
they
think I
was like,
came in
we
late.
really gonna get the hood.
Yeah.
We got the black guy and the Korean guy. Let's go Brooklyn all day, every day. So, and I have had a history with Bill Burr, so I was like, oh, this will be great. So when I get there, I go to the trailer, and I see Donnell Rawlings, and I'm just looking because I wanted to say, what's up to Bill Burr? No, I'm just saying, son, you said you're real. I wanted to say, this was my reaction. I wanted to say hi to Bill Burr. Then I looked at the other trailer. It said Bobby Lee. And I looked at it and I said, fuck! This nigga gonna be naked. I knew it.
Dude, because when I saw him that morning, he had a certain, he was in a bad mood or something.
No, I wasn't in a bad mood when I saw your name on the trailer. I wasn't in a bad mood.
No, dude, when I saw you, were like, what's up? Like you weren't
Okay,
into,
black people, when we say what's up, that don't mean they're
No,
black.
this is you didn't go, what's up? You went, what's up?
The reason why I didn't go,
Yeah.
what's up, because I knew what the fuck was about to happen.
What did you do in your
I know you.
Yeah.
I don't know what, exhibitionist, nudist.
Exhibitionist.
Exhibition.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what type of motherfucker you are.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. So it wasn't like you and Bert came at the same time. First off, I was already shocked. I walked in and it's like, hey, and Bert is butt ass naked on a bear skin rug, right?
Right.
And then you and people didn't understand. This was not scripted. As soon as I saw him butt ass naked, I was like, this nigga's about to get naked. He saw Bert laying with his balls in his hand, and Bobby was like, I will not be undone. I will not. Yo, this is the game that I play, right?
Yeah.
And this was not scripted. He strips, and like he didn't want his own bear rug. He wanted a bear.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer that is built like a bear.
Yeah.
And then a baby bear. He wanted to create a bear family. Yo, it was a fucking bear family. And I knew that this is what I was going to deal with for the rest of the
D.
day.
First of all, you think that I woke up that morning, went, wow, today's a good day to get naked in front of cameras.
No,
That was not my intention. I show up, right? There's my friend D. Hello, D. What's up? That's what he says. I go, okay, well, he's in a bad mood.
I'm learning how I'm learning how not to interrupt people. On
Yeah,
the
please
podcast.
don't interrupt me, all right?
Okay, that's
This
what
is
I'm
how
saying.
I see it.
Okay, no.
I wait. This is how I see it.
Okay.
I wake up.
Right.
Good morning to you, Khalyla. To my girl, right?
Right.
And I look in the mirror and I go, this is gonna be a great day, right?
Right. That's how
I
you wake up.
I cannot wait, right?
That's how
I
you
put my clothes on. Yeah, don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
Okay. And I go inside my Prius.
But you do know I'm still hung them, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oppa.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's
Miane.
Yo, that's
Miane.
Adashi, Chincha, how
Yeah.
I'm none of them motherfuckers. Just young.
동사람이야 알았어?
All right, shut it up.
Okay. All right. So I get in the car, I drive into the woods, and I look at the Donnell Rawlings on his door, and I get, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. What a blessing. I get to work with two real credible comedians today on a Netflix show. I'm blessed. Good morning, Donnell. What's up?
Okay.
Okay, I'm not done. Right? But you know what? I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm not going to get naked, right? Because I'm a Christian.
I can't interrupt. I can't interrupt these lies. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Go.
Okay, just let me finish, right? I put the makeup on, right? I look at Donnell. Hello, Donnell. What's up? Okay. We show up on the set, right? And Bert Kreischer is completely naked onto the Barrett rug, right? And I'm with my friend Donnell, and I said to myself, Donnell doesn't like when I get naked. I know this. You know, he says really bad things about my body, by the way, and he shames me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm only
yeah.
echoing.
I just letting
echoing
you know.
everybody's thoughts. This not
I'm just letting-
observation just
I'm
by
just
me,
letting you
Bobby.
know.
The streets know.
I know, but I'm just letting you know your thoughts.
You act like you just
Your
figured this out.
specific thoughts about my own body, right, gives me shame.
And guess what? And you
What?
should take these shame should go away because this is what I respect you. This is why I respect you. I was like,
What?
for a motherfucker to have a body as horrible as that body and find love and so confident that they would just strip it anyway. I was like, that's the level. Listen,
Yeah.
the level. This is some serious shit I'm gonna say.
Okay.
The level of your level of nakedness is a person that one don't give a fuck, has no fears, and when you have no fears, you're open to do whatever because you don't give a fuck. So you know that, like you doing that on the artistic side, I can understand that, but on the homophobic hood side, I can understand.
Right.
Homophobic.
And okay, you didn't wake up like, you did not wake up
Yes,
like
I
that.
did. That's how I
You
wake
did
up.
like you didn't wake up like, I'm gonna have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
You woke up like, I'm working today. There's gonna be a performance space. There's gonna be a camera, and I know that some way there's probably a small chance that I can get naked.
Right.
That's what it is, and you take advantage. You took advantage of it.
Anyway, I get naked, right? I lay next to my good friend Bert in a non-sexual way.
Your ass was on his dick. I don't know what it takes to be sexual for you.
Non-sexual?
Yeah, like yo, I'm
Yeah. But you know what was great about that
If I-
day too? Because after we got naked, we
Yeah.
didn't really put on our clothes.
No.
Bert and I just kind of walked around naked, right? And to see Donnell scamper was the best. Oh, thank you, Lord, for that.
No, but I'm just saying. And that's your thing.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't disappointed that you were in the show.
Right.
I'm happy. What I knew was you were gonna any scene you was gonna make it funny.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm like totally disgusted with just sticking devices in somebody's ass and shit, you know, I said to myself, Bobby would enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the things I knew I wasn't gonna do, I was like, here, Bobby,
Yeah.
And you took advantage of it, and you made it work, and it was a funny episode.
Well, remember when Bert was completely naked and his asshole was when we did the colonic?
No, you took the angle where you could see his asshole. I took the angle where I didn't have to. You positioned yourself. You wanted the shot.
Yeah.
You was like, you don't
I
say,
saw
you usually say, don't
his
look down.
sack,
Yeah.
his taint,
Yeah.
the entrance to the hole.
But you put a tube up his butt?
And I put a
you were in the
tube-
front of the centipede?
No, I was on the side where,
Side of the centipede.
where I could just see him doing
Yeah.
it. And I wasn't excited at all. But that's his thing. I'm not knocking.
That's not my thing to see another friend's taint during the day.
Is it not your thing? Why were you so discreet?
Because the camera's on, and I just know that this is how you entertain.
But you act
it's gonna
like-
look good.
Yes, and you act like you were going to win a prize. You said, I saw his taint. Like how many we have to get right to win the car?
Yeah.
Taint, I got taint. Ding, 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 ding. Asshole, ding, ding, ding. Ball sack. Blah, blah. You win a car. Da, da.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was exciting.
It's exciting to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking it. Your excitement, and I get excited.
Right.
about stuff.
Right.
You know?
And so it was pleasant to spend the day with you there, and I thought I haven't seen. Have you seen the episode yet?
I saw parts of it. I tried to watch it really late. I got tired, fell asleep on it, but it was fun. It
Yeah.
was funny. Not fell asleep on like it was boring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, this is what I think, and we talked about it being a certain part of certain projects. I've been a part of a lot of projects, some that people might not enjoy, whatever, but for the most part, this is the first project in a while where across the board, people think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have that small percentage that usually gets the loudest voice. It sucks. I wish I could get my money back. Can I get 3 years back? But for the most part, people think it's funny. The idea is great. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I feel like there's just a golden age. Maybe it ended, but I don't know if it ended. If many people think that the golden age of podcasting and comedy is on a downturn because of the pandemic and because of what's going on culturally and whatnot, but to me, it embodied all the hard work, that all the years I struggled to get to a certain place and to be with, I'll be all kidding aside, right? I love the Chappelle show, right? And I just think that it's really crazy to think that back then, Chappelle, Dave chose two young comics who now are like forces in, the comedy industry, you and Bill, right? It's just what an eye that Dave had back then, right?
Yeah, but the thing about it was funny because the way, Dave has his production company is called Pilot Boy Production.
Right.
And part of the reason why it's named that because I think before the Chappelle show came to where it came to be, I think he had like 12 or 13 pilots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was the golden child. They just kept it. Everybody pushed him, and for some reason he never found it wasn't the right chemistry. So I think out of his frustration to listen to everything that the networks thought was the right thing, the right casting and everything, this project he had more freedom, and it was like this. I don't want you to say, you're going to pair well with this guy. Mm-hmm. This guy's like this. I want to fuck with people that I think are funny.
Right.
And the crazy thing about it, none of us had no sketch history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was picking these people he thought were funny just on stand-up.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky enough to be somebody that can pull it off like Bill Burr was, you know what I mean?
It's so funny because, network executives and people that, are the suits that hire or put together these shows or put the money together, they don't spend, the wee hours of the night at a nightclub night after night, right?
They don't, and not only that, I'm gonna tell you that's just, you got one level of that. You got that in mainstream white comedy clubs. Now imagine the level of talent on the black side of comedy.
Right.
That they were never going to see. There was never going to go to where I had one of the hottest black showcases in comedy in Brooklyn, this place called Poke Knockers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On a Monday night, we would have 300 people in this spot. You know what I'm saying? This was a force on so many levels. We would make like $10,000, 10 grand, 7 to 10 grand. The door. No. maybe like $4,000 at the door.
Right.
And then the food and beverage would make another $7,000 or $10,000 right there on a Monday.
Wow.
That was powerful. But bigger than that, they had like a bunch of black acts that execs not going to go across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. In fact, in the most prestigious comedy clubs in Manhattan, especially when I was coming up, when you say the Comedy Cellar, when you say Stand Up New York, when you say Comic Strip Live and all that type of shit, it was probably only 3% of all the black comics in this area that were working those clubs. So they wasn't going to go. If you don't think they would had the time to go to the nightclubs there, they definitely didn't have time to go to this hole in the wall place that births people like Tommy Davidson, that birthed people like Martin Lawrence. They weren't going to do that.
Right. Do you hate the word, and this is not a term that I made up, but people use the word crossover? Like, for instance, I've heard people say to Ian Edwards, right? Because Ian plays a lot of the white clubs.
Yeah, and Edwards used to do my hood spots too.
Right. Yeah. And people would say to Ian, wow, you're crossover, right? I've heard white comics say that to him.
Yeah, but
what does that mean even?
It's slightly insulting, but what it's trying to say is that you can be funny for white people too. That's the truth. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Even when I came up, man, I came up in the chitlin circuit, right? And I've seen people try to gauge. They're like, there was great thing about Def Comedy Jam and the bad thing about Def Comedy Jam. The great thing about Def Comedy Jam is because it gave a lot of black comics a platform and a voice. We didn't have anything. You know what I mean? If David Letterman for a year, if he had 30 white comics on there, it probably was 2 or 3 black comics, and those was the ones that worked at the cellar. So I understand when it says like you want to be able. I hope I'm not losing my thought and I can answer the question. You want to be able. Something about saying, you know what, I can work those clubs.
Right.
Because the quickest thing they would say to you is like, oh yeah, he's funny for a black audience. Because the minute a black comic goes on stage and it's like, what music? They come up to music, a lot of white comics and mainstream like, oh, he's that person. No, it's not that. It's just that black people, we got a lot of rhythm in us. You know what I'm saying? That's a good feeling to be able to call in response and get that energy before you even say anything. That's a tool that we use, but it was held against us. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say something, now it's so funny now, if you back when I was coming up, if you roast a person, it was all like, oh man, that's not material. Now you have all these platforms and these shows for roast fist. Motherfucker, Jeff Ross is the most roasted motherfucker. He don't cook shit. He roasts everything, don't cook shit. He never put a turkey in the oven, no fucking where.
Yeah.
But but it was like, it was somewhat of a rite of passage if you could, as they say, cross over. But I never considered crossover. I was just like, just give me an opportunity. That's it. But I can see how to some comments it can be insulting. And then especially for Ian, because I know he's probably heard it. Dave Chappelle.
They say he's crossover too.
No, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was like, it's interesting. Black comic, young comic, comes out of DC, right? And like immediately accepted by mainstream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for like a lot of people, it took years to get to that point. He was immediately. So when he started Dave's career, it wasn't necessarily supported by a lot of black people and the hood. That's just a fucking fact. It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a fact. And I personally think like he's always Nutty Professor. A lot of the black audience are saying, "Oh yeah, the motherfucker's funny," you know what I'm saying? But a lot of in the black community, a lot of them didn't respect his brand of comedy.
Right.
Didn't respect that he didn't have to talk about fucking and sucking. You bitch have suck your dick like this and you get your dick sucked, you're like, oh shit. Oh shit, I got this bitch now.
Yeah.
But that was never his brand. So that's why, and then it was, I personally, I think Nutty Professor, when it started, was like this, because they saw him being a comic that's roasting motherfuckers and shit. But I honestly believe that when he found that right team, and when I say that right team, I mean Charlie Murphy, I mean Bill Burr, I mean Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
I mean Michelle Armour, one of the executive producers. I mean the list could go on and on what came together.
Yeah.
Because you could have a motherfucking superstar. Say like example, I'll say football, like Dan Marino was a superstar quarterback, but never found the right chemistry with the team to win the championship.
Right.
But I think that when he had that collaborative effort from everybody and people, his peers, people that he respected, that's when it happened. In the Chappelle show, he just aligned himself with the right people. And that's when he got his hood stripes.
What a dream that would be, that you could sell a show and then you tell a network, I'm going to find everybody.
But I would tell you,
And if the network would just say, give it a try, and go, we'll just give it a try, I think it would work out more times than not.
but a lot of times it won't, because you have, and I have an example. Everybody we weren't a cast. Nobody would sound like, it wasn't an audition like, hey, you're going to be a part of the team. You were only as good as your last sketch. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your last sketch. So if you rip a sketch, then you'd be on the writer's mind to do another one. But he did have the situation where he could say, I'm going to put this guy. But I remember one comic, in particular, he had this sketch, and he was just bombing in the sketch. It was just fucking taking forever. He was a diva and all this shit, right? And this was right before that. Dave could say we want anybody on the show, but he bombed so bad. The comedy center said, "Okay." They couldn't wait. They can't wait to try to tell you to take something away.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to say, "All right, listen, we tried it your way. We spent so much money in this situation, so now we want to open up these roles for everybody in New York." And it was interesting for me because in doing that show, I had to make a lot of decisions, like, what am I going to do next? How, whatever. So I had asked Neil, what was my next sketch going to be? And I've told this story over and over again. What was my next sketch going to be? And he said, "Oh yeah, B, you gotta audition." I was like, audition? I'm rich, bitch. Like, yo, nigga, like my shit is solid. Why do I have to audition?
Yeah.
And the explanation I got was it was that reason. And I'll give this advice to anybody coming up when, don't get caught up and hung up on who you think you are too soon. Because I could have easily said, I could have been like offer only. I'm not going to audition again. And I could have said that, and I could have rolled the dice, and I'm like, oh yeah. But I knew if I made that decision, then I knew I did not give myself the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I went in, I was kind of cocky in the audition. I went in and I smoked this audition. And after I smoked it, I looked at the camera. I said, "So now, do I have to audition anymore?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just walked out the room.
Yeah.
I just walked out the room. And guess what?
Yeah.
I never auditioned for anything.
Did you get the part?
Yeah, I got the part. It was like, I got the part, and I'm glad I made that decision because no telling how I would have been out of the loop had I not decided, like, okay, sometimes you think you prove yourself to people, but in this business, feel like, I got to do this shit over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, even this pandemic, I've put some stuff on tape, right?
Yeah.
And it's, people have asked, will you put yourself on tape? And I have to do it. I come in here, and then poor Jules is like, do we have to do it again? One time we did 8 hours, remember? One scene. Again, I go, again! That sucked. I blinked.
Right.
And you know what this motherfucker did? Accidentally deleted all the things we recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It happens.
no.
I didn't know how to do it. Yeah. But my point is that, I'm almost, you're what, 52?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know. The
My bad.
reason why I say that, because I've always been, this is a funny thing about Hollywood, I've always been like secretive about my age because, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what it could be.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until last week, the last podcast I did, the first time I was open about it. And the reason why I was open about it, because I'm like, fuck Hollywood. Because like Hollywood is almost dead right now, and they would have you doing so much stuff to your body, to your mental and everything. I'm like, it is what it is. I'll be funny at whatever age I'm at. It might cost some gigs, like I could dye this shit, a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But the bottom line
I think Hollywood's changed. I mean, honestly, I've never been secretive about my age.
you know why Hollywood has changed?
Why?
Hollywood has changed. We've changed, and the thing is that we're starting to become Hollywood through this whole pandemic. Like you were talking about Chappelle summer camp. It was something that we started over the summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was started because a need to want to be able to give entertainment to an audience that was thirsty for it. It was also for comics to be able to work out, but you had to approach this. You can't just approach it like you're just going to be reckless or whatever. And we created throughout the entire summer. We created somewhat of an NBA bubble, When people came to summer camp, you had to get tested. As soon as you got there, you got tested every 3 days. We didn't go outside of the people that we fucked around with.
Yeah.
In the cornfield, people were they had the temperature checks. It was a cornfield, so they could do the social distancing. You know, we did everything. And then as the summer went on, I was like, wait a minute. This is not going on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But we're creating Hollywood.
Yeah.
From the guests that came, and this summer, David Letterman, Jon Stewart, Bill
it was
Burr,
insane.
Chris Tucker, Bob Saget, fucking
Even the women, Ali Wong, Chelsea Handler,
Michelle Wolf, Mo Amer.
Yeah, I get it.
No,
it was everybody.
No,
the top, the cream of the crop.
And guess where they guess where they were?
Where?
Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? The point I'm making is like, while we so connected Hollywood, we need Hollywood. But I realized in that situation, we are Hollywood and we can create our own Hollywood. How effective, doing this when this pandemic first kicked off, how effective was your booking agent? How effective was your agent? They almost disappeared.
Yeah, I don't talk.
They almost disappeared.
Yeah.
And you like, wait a minute.
It's funny because for me, in a way, you know what I mean, I had created, an income for myself aside from the Hollywood machine, right? So it's like this podcast here, I have another one with Andrew Santino, right? These are two things that I created on our own. The
dopest thing about it is that nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah, so I don't give.
In fact, when we first started podcasting 5 years ago, they wanted nothing to do with it because it just didn't seem like something.
I called people. I go, hey, can you help? And like, well, it's not our business. It's a hobby. So do it on your own.
Now every agent's trying to get some of that podcast.
Yep. Right. But they're not going to touch it.
They can't get it.
They can't get it. Yeah.
But it's interesting because for me, and when with my relationship with podcasts and everything, I thought it was like just some white boy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're real. It started.
Why?
Because white boys listened. White boys was into it. You gotta listen. I'm telling you, I thought it was some white boy shit. And like, I have a young son, right? My son is 5 years old.
So cute.
Right? And for years, I've been a road rat. And kind of the birth of my podcast, or somewhat of the idea, came from me having a conversation with Joe Rogan, right? And I was talking, I was like, yeah, man, getting kind of like, I have to go on the road because that's how I support myself. I said, but now I said, it's getting tough because I got to leave my son. And I said, now I want to maybe, I said, but I don't make Hollywood money. We were talking about outside. I said, I don't make Hollywood money. I said, but I may need to try to connect more with more acting gigs and stuff like that. I said, I don't make no Hollywood money. And Rogan was like, start a podcast. And I was like, nigga. And then I said, I need some money. And then I Googled his net worth and shit. I was like, let's revisit that. So how do you start? You need a producer, you need so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I had thought about it, but I knew I had this. Another thing was discouraging for me because I'd never been a person on YouTube like that. And I had just not even being active on YouTube, I think I had 20,000 subscribers that I wasn't doing anything with. But then I had a conflict with somebody who was doing my social media, whatever, and they just shut down all my shit. So I went from that 20,000, which would be a good start, to 0. And I'm like, Joe, I get the podcast shit, but then I'm gonna have to start all over. He was like, it's simple. You do a podcast. I'll promote it on all my platforms. You go do everybody else's podcast, and next thing you know, I was like, I don't know these white people like that, right? And I'm like, and another dilemma I had was, I'm an outgoing person, but I'm not the friendliest person when it comes to like asking someone for something. Oh, right. Because I was like, podcast, you have to guess. Podcast, I was like,
I'm similar.
I'm like this, man, I don't want to call anybody and say, could you be on my podcast? Because everybody is saying, could you be on my podcast? So I said, I got to do a podcast. It's just going to be me, right?
Yeah, I'm a baby about it too. Like if I ask somebody to do my podcast and they go, I'm pretty busy, buddy, I will never ask again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. It's not because I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to get rejected again.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to put
Especially
myself
coming
out there.
from your childhood being rejected in your family. I know how tough that could be.
Yeah.
Okay. damn, I hit something. He was like, who told him?
What the fuck?
No, no
Holy
Korean people.
shit.
No Korean parents love their kids. We all know that.
Motherfucker. Holy
But
shit.
I get it. It's like this. And I told myself, I said, I'd rather just do the podcast just by myself. I was like, oh my God, I have to learn how to talk to just myself. You know what I mean? I was like, and my idea of my podcast was, I was like, I want to start it with just me. I tried that once. I quit my own podcast the first time. I sat down and I tried to do everybody podcast in one podcast.
Yeah.
I had some Bert, I had some you in my podcast. I just said, I was going to do everybody's shit. First black guy to bring it all to one. And I was in front of that camera for 20 minutes and I just quit. I just did like this. I started taking shit off. I was like, man, I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
And the producer said, what are you doing? I said, I quit. He said, you can't just quit. I said, whose podcast is it? He said, it's good. I was like, well, I quit. And not only that, I fire you for telling me I can't quit. I walked off the camera, but then I didn't want to be a bitch, right?
Yeah.
And you see me walk off like, fuck that. And then you see me do like this.
I love it.
And I started because the thing about it was I had nobody to bounce off or anything, right? And then I was like, oh, that's not going to work. And then I connected with a young lady.
She's good.
Oh,
The one that you're doing it with.
I had two. Who do you speak of?
The one
When's the last time? Is she black or white?
is black?
Yeah, because I didn't start with a
Question
black.
mark?
Yeah.
I didn't start with a black coat. I started with a white coat.
Yeah, no, I only saw the black one.
Yeah, I saw the white one. I mean, I started with the white one.
Yeah, I fucked the white one.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry, I didn't. The only time you say white woman, I want to say I did. You did.
I'm not saying fuck them.
You did.
I didn't fuck no white one. Right? But you
did.
I have.
No, you
In my
fucked
life.
the one
I
that-
fucked
yo,
a white girl in my life.
No,
I
you
have.
fucked the one.
Did I really?
Yes.
Which one? What's her name?
But later, after. But just say it. We'll believe.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Hold on. Who is it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah,
That's
I did.
it.
White woman. I didn't
Yes.
fuck. Did you fuck? What are you?
Yeah.
How long have you been following? You fucked her.
All right, but don't say
Okay.
that. We can't say that on the thing.
Why can't you?
Yeah.
I
It's
thought
not her
podcast-
name.
Huh?
Wait, well, she's talked about it.
She's talked about it?
Yes.
All right, okay, yeah.
On air.
It's
yeah.
small.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
Okay, women don't say I fucked the person. They say I dated.
They dated,
Okay, my bad. All right. So I didn't know
Tomato,
that.
tomato.
You
Yeah.
did it with her at first.
Yeah.
But I only saw that you're doing
With
it
Javanta.
with Javanta.
Yeah. I started with, and I got it. I'm not here to talk shit about because she was already in the podcast world, right? And she was very supportive and very because everything, and we were good friends.
Yeah.
we still maintain a relationship. But it was like when I would see her, she would talk about it, and I kept talking about it. She was like, "Fuck it, let's just go do it."
Yeah.
So I honestly have to say, between Joe Rogan, my guy, Andy Singer, Bearded Humor, and they was the ones that said, "Fucking do it." So
Yeah.
I started with her. We did like 4 or 5 episodes, and we had a good chemistry. We went back and forth. We fought. We had good days, whatever. But for whatever reason, it didn't work out.
I didn't
And
like
that's
you.
when
I didn't like you when I first met you. I have to say something.
you telling me that you didn't like me.
Yeah. At first,
Wait a minute. What?
I know. I wanted. I just because in my head
Do
I'm
you
like,
guys rewind and go back to the fucking
No.
endearing shit?
no, I know. Just listen to me, right? I didn't know you, right? I'd see you around, and I didn't know. And so my opinion of you was pretty indifferent. Now, it wasn't like I didn't like him, right? I just saw him on stage. I go, oh my god, he's a beast, right? But this is years ago, by the way, right? And I remember one time, I don't know why it popped in my head. I remember one time I was at the Laugh Factory, and you walked in with your son. Your son was young,
Yeah.
on your shoulders,
Right.
right? And
That was an Asian night, I think, too.
yeah.
It was. I
Yeah,
went
I'm like, what the
upstairs.
fuck is this guy doing at an Asian night?
Yeah.
I was so highly offended.
Yeah, Asian people love me.
I know.
No, they
I
love
was
me.
totally kidding.
Yeah, good.
And so when I saw you with your son, I went, oh, like literally. Shut up for a second, all right? Everyone, it made me. I never wanted a kid until I saw that
Donnell with it.
Donnell with his kid.
Yeah.
Because I always think of Donnell in my mind kind of like me. You know, he's got he looks like a black golem. Look at his body.
Right?
You know, skinny arms, real weird.
Yeah, we're shaped alike.
Yeah, we're shaped similar,
We are.
right? He's not buff.
Yeah.
All right. And also comedy wise, he's just so funny. The funniest is that Michael Jackson cocaine bit that you did. So fucking fun. But anyway, And when he saw when and he was just there to give his son, you know what I mean, a tour of the club and how close he is and what a good dad he is.
I wanted my son to see, because he knows I'm a comedian.
Right.
But I wanted him to be around the comedy vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I even talked to you about it, I think, on the show about like what fatherhood means to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you took yourself out of the game or even consider whatever, but it's an amazing feeling. And then, but it's so weird because I had my son later in life. We talked about this too, where I had got to the point where I'm like, you're not going to have no kids, right? I told myself, and you have to be mentally prepared for that because it could fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I said, I got nieces, I got nephews, I got a career, whatever. And I wasn't going to go crazy about it. But then when it happened, it was super exciting. And then when I talk to certain people, man, I just kind of look in their face and kind of can tell sort of what they need.
Yeah, let me ask you something. When you look at your kid, because I see a bond and a closeness, and he loves you so fucking much.
Listen to this.
Okay.
I like to be.
This song he wrote for me the other day out of nowhere.
man.
Listen.
I like to be with you, and I like to play with you all day long with you, because this is my greatest daddy for my life, 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 life. And then I like playing with before he leaves. And then I give him a hug. And then we say goodbye. But he'll always come back tomorrow. For the day yesterday. If you can remember.
That was okay. I know you guys will have time. That was the second song. This is the first one he wrote.
He's a whole
Bro,
album. He's a
calm
whole
down,
album.
calm down. I'm fucking crying right now.
No, listen. This is the first one he wrote.
You wrote a song to me?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'll climb every mountain.
Take your time.
And swim every ocean. Just to be with you. Because I really love you. Because I like to play with you. And I so care about you. And I like you awake. In me. And I like you hug in me.
And he hugged me.
Oh, I love you.
Oh man, that's the greatest song.
All right,
ever.
okay, enough.
Yo, son,
Enough of this bullshit, man.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I know.
But I'm telling you, bruh, that's my.
Fuck you, man.
And I respect. Listen,
Oh.
what you said about you had reservations about me or whatever. If I could have, it's two things I would want my peers to respect me for.
Okay.
One of them is being a dope ass comedian and one of the best to do it. I don't care about building relationships outside of the stage, like the respect that I always felt like, me personally, that I want you to respect what I do as a craft of that. And the second thing is me as a father. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about it in the other show, and I didn't have the connection like that with my dad. He was around, he was in and out of prison, whatever. So when I'm with my son, I always want to create the memories that I didn't create with my father. You know what I'm saying? I never went fishing with my father, so I gotta take my son fishing. I know this sounds crazy, when we was doing summer camp, but this is what made summer camp so dope. Chappelle Show summer camp. We gave people that was desperate for entertainment, people that were depressed, staying in the house, didn't know what to do. We gave them the opportunity to go out and feel some type of being normal. You know what I'm saying? But with that, we had activities. I've created this person called the River Ninja.
Yeah, you told me.
The River Ninja, and he was birthed because I was sick of fucking Hollywood, right? I'm like, fuck Hollywood. I'm having problems in my fucking relationship. I need to get the fuck away from here. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill somebody else. I went to Yellow Spring and found fucking nature. I went on one fucking kayaking trip, and I was like this, I'm the river nigga. I'm like, yo, this is this hat, motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
This
why.
hat
Yeah.
is a river nigga hat. Look at how you know how many rivers you gotta have to get this fuzzy part right here, son?
Yeah.
I said to myself, I embodied this person, and I said to myself, I was like, fuck Hollywood. I was like, I'm the river nigga. I said from the streets to the creeks.
Yeah.
I said from the hoods to the woods. I said from whores to oars.
Yeah.
From Adidas to Tevas, I'm the river nigga.
Do you really wear Tevas?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
wore 'em
Tevas.
all fucking duh. I love white bitches. Okay. Now listen.
Yeah.
I, like, you know what? I made fun of them. They the most comfortable goddamn
comfortable.
shoes ever. And not only that, you could do anything with them. Like you could be walking a trail, which I never did. You could be walking a trail and
Yeah.
then you see a fucking creek and a swimming hole. Guess what? You don't have to change your shoes.
Right.
The first black people I took out on the river and kayak, and they put 3 pairs of sneakers.
Hey guys, we're going to take a really quick break to share one of our true sponsors.
Choo 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 ship station. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. You guys, Ship Station is a service that we use here at TigerBelly. The holiday season is here, and holiday shoppers are buying more stuff online than ever before. Did you know that?
No.
If you're an online seller, are you struggling to keep it up? Get your ship together with ShipStation. When you're selling online, getting a massive amount of orders out quickly can be tough, bro.
Yeah.
Which shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rates? Will it be delivered in time?
No matter what you're selling or where you're selling from, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, or your own website,
Yeah.
ShipStation brings all of your orders into one simple interface, making them really easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. ShipStation works with all the major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, even international, so you can compare and choose the best shipping solution every single time.
And right now, TigerBelly listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code BELLY. Make sure your business can meet the demands of this massive online shopping season. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in BELLY. That's ShipStation.com, then enter offer code BELLY. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen.
Brooklinen.
Yeah.
You guys, Brooklinen is the only sheets we use in this household because they're our favorite sheets of all time. And we only use the best, okay?
And also now we have their towels.
Oh, their towels are
and they're really, really plush waffle robes
I love breakfast.
that I live in.
Yeah.
Robes, babe.
I love the robes as well.
Awful robes, yeah.
You've probably heard of us talking about Brooklinen before, huh?
Yeah.
But they're the home of the internet's favorite sheets. But their towels, they're also amazing. That's what we use. They give your daily routines a little something extra. And with varying levels of plushness, the towel of your dreams is waiting to wrap you up. And with all the extra time at home, it might be nice to invest a little extra softness and absorbency. Hey guys, I've been looking for ways to turn my bathroom into a miniature spa, and Brooklinen's towels have been helping me find my zen.
I think it's personally fine to stay in your towel all day after you shower.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I'll stay in my towel until I'm ready to shower again. That's called efficiency. And Brooklinen's towels not only make it possible, they make it comfortable.
Wow, Brooklyn is the perfect place to find all the comforts for home, including ultra soft towels. They're so confident in their product that everything comes with a lifetime warranty. Use promo code SLEPT for 10% off your first order at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code SLEPT, SLEPT. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life.
Brooklinen.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
So I embraced this. I embraced it because what we were doing, like we were creating a sense of hope for an audience. But then even in our artistic community, like I was planning shit like kickball games and shit. We would have barbecues and shit. We would have fucking dinners, man. We would fucking go hiking. We all the shit that white people kept away from us for so many years. I discovered it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Y'all got a nigga in the river. Y'all in trouble now.
Yeah.
But the thing that I like, and the first time I took a trip down the river, I was with my friend Patrick Lake. He's the one. He was my river buddy and shit. And we were smoking a joint in the motherfucking kayak. And he was like, "This is life." He said, "This reminds you of like building ramps and jumping ramps and fishing for crawdads and stuff. Just simple life." And in that moment, I realized that, we forget what the important things in life are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nature is so dope and it don't cost shit. You know what I'm saying? You get your peace, it's tranquil.
Yeah.
And then I was going down there, I said to myself, oh man, I gotta take my son in this river. And my theme song for the whole summer was Leon Bridges. Take me to the river, I wanna go.
Yeah.
That's my song. And then I took my son on the river, and then I said, take me to the river. He came back, I wanna go.
Oh.
And I looked at my son. He was born in California, right? I looked at him in his eyes. I said, you're a little river ninja. He said, no, Daddy, I'm a beach ninja. Because he's from Cali. He said, I'm a river ninja for you, but I'm going back to Malibu or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was just like, that whole experience of being a part of the summer camp, man, being able to create memories. And even I talked to you about, we was talking about like developing shows. You said you just sold the show to ABC. And I think I'm at the point in my career now where, we get to a certain level of frustration where I keep doing these auditions and people are telling me no for shit that I really don't want to do. You're telling me, people are telling you no. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain point where you make that transition where, you of course it's something that's a good opportunity to audition, but you get to a certain point, you don't have the same energy for an audition because you know that you could create something doper. And your situation is a lot different than mine because you've created something that can't nobody take away from.
Yeah, I have to say that when I was younger in the business, I was like, why? I don't think it's going to happen for me. I see all these guys get big things, and, there were a couple of years where nothing really happened. But what I realized at my age now is I've always had a slow rise. My shit has been just very slow.
I say that all the time. I say you got a tortoise in the hair, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened is the thing, especially like, people you started with, people try to compare where your career is to somebody else's.
Yeah.
People always tell me all the time, Donnie, you're so funny. Everything I've seen you and you've been funny. You've been funny as a fucking dramatic actor on The Wire. You've been funny as a dramatic actor on The Corner. To small little Netflix things you've done, you fucking killed that shit. Why? I was like, you never know.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, as long as you can maintain your happiness on the ride, you'll be good.
Yes.
Some people can't. Brody,
Yeah.
our friend,
Yeah.
dope guy. I did a movie with Brody like 26 years ago. We was with the same management in New York, right? And it was so tragic when I heard the news of that because I was like, this dude never stopped trying.
You're going to make me cry again.
He never stopped trying
Yeah.
until he finally stopped trying.
You're going to make me cry again.
And the thing is,
Fuck you, man.
people say I'm the life of the party because I tell a joke or two. So take a good look at
me now.
I'm
face.
frowning.
My face. Yeah, smiles.
The
sings
tears
that?
of a clown.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the side of our business. That's the side of our business.
Yeah.
That's the side of our business.
This is what I told you out there, right? I go, okay, this is how I know.
Oh, I gotta do a shout out to it real quick. Shout out to E.B.
What's
Chappelle.
up?
Nah, E.B. Chappelle. That's Dave Chappelle's youngest son. And I was upset when I heard because I was talking about my podcast, and then the person I was talking to said that E.B.'s favorite podcast is your fucking podcast. And I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, well,
Hi,
the
EB, I love
motherfucker-
you. EB, I love you.
I was like, do the motherfucker, did
I
you
love
see
you.
my podcast? I
Fuck
said,
Donnell.
no.
Fuck Donnell.
I was like, no, it's me.
It's all EB.
But his brother Sully likes my podcast. But EB, I love you. And since you like this motherfucker's podcast so much, let him make your favorite fucking fish, motherfucker. No. He loves my fish. It's hard to understand, but EB loves my fucking fish.
Let me say
But
this
go
real
ahead.
quick. So when I was out there and we were talking about, I think I have a pretty good idea, somewhat, and I look at Donnell because here's how I knew. When we were this is before the pandemic, and Adam Egant, somebody was after you in the lineup in the OR, and they were running late, and I didn't have a spot. He didn't give me a spot, so he goes, "You want to go up after Donnell?" And we were watching you sitting there. You go up, and toward the end of your set, I looked at Adam and goes, "Nope." I will not. Nope. He's like, "Why, you pussy?" I go, "Yeah, I'm a fucking pussy." That guy is so fucking funny tonight. He's killing it.
But you know what?
I mean, no, just let me finish.
Okay.
All right. I'm telling you right now. And then I thought about it on the ride home. I'm like, "Oh my God, you coward!" And I was trying to why didn't you do it? You know what I mean? And there was your act was so dynamic, in terms of your energy, right? Your voices, the physicality, the timing, and also the relevancy of it, right? There was nothing in my act.
Here's the thing, Bobby.
Shut up! Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Young.
But
young.
I'm gonna
you-
tell you.
Young, opa. 감사합니다.
yeah,
미안해. Okay? Young, all right? I'm just saying, I was just a compliment I was going to give you, right? And I remember looking at Adam Egant too and going, "Wow." And that's all I said. And I remember Adam going, "Yep."
Yep.
He said, "Yep."
Yeah, I go, "Wow." And he goes, "Yep." And I remember getting in my car, feeling like a coward. And I just have this feeling about you, right? That this is not just your time. I think this is our time,
Yeah,
and it feels good. It feels good.
it feels great.
Yeah.
But it's so funny you said that. Is because I've been in a situation before, right? And I said, you said there's nothing in my act, and that's when, as crazy as it may sound, is the act has to go away. And it's something that you connect with. Everybody can't do it. It's something that you connect with that fucking brings you up to that. And I've heard comedians have an issue with following me. When we were doing summer camp, this is a true story, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing a show. I forgot. I was kind of closing a lot of shows. And I was going to go up. Chris Rock was on his way. They said Chris will be here in 20 minutes, but the next person only had a minute. So I was on deck. I was like, I'll go up. So I'm on the side of the stage ready to go on, right? And Dave intros like, this guy, man, one of my closest friends, and I could tell it was going to be for me, right? And as soon as he was getting ready to say my name, a person burst out the door. And the story is Chris Rock was getting this COVID test, right? He had the swab in his nose.
Yeah.
Right? And they said, who next? And they said, Donnell. Chris yanked the shit out.
yeah.
He yanked it out, said, over my dead body. And
Yeah.
the motherfucker just walked in.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck that shit. And even the first time I worked with him there, he was like, all right, and he came on after me. He was like, first, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not gonna be as funny as Donnell. Not to say I'm as funny as
It's not that-
anything. You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is.
No.
I know what it is. It's it's style, right? And there's a certain style that you have, right? That is it's just difficult. It's like, I had to follow the one I could follow most people, but then I had to follow Earthquake once.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you
And
mean.
Earthquake, it's like his name.
Right.
That's what he does to the audience, right? Like something happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
And,
then it's like-
and I'm not, gonna sweep it up.
It's a certain, and then it's
I don't want to sweep it up.
it is a certain, you're right, it's a certain level of energy.
Energy.
that
It's
comics
energy,
do.
yeah.
And that's why people are like, but when I came up, man, it was like, man, I felt like the only way you get better if you have a defining moment when you have to come behind the toughest people. I've never been.
I
one-
know that, man. I just couldn't follow you that night, all right? I bowed out.
No, I don't.
You're the best.
Okay, you know what's so weird that you say that? That when I don't ever express this to anybody.
Yeah.
But when I see you on stage, I don't feel like I can't follow you. I feel like you're gonna have to get a different. You got to switch gears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like coming behind you, you just, like, some people have that type of energy. They can just lay back and just wait. Like, your shit is so, like, energized. It's so shocking and shit. It's just like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I've had that situation, but I've challenged myself and tried to figure out a way to make that transitional joke to get there.
Now, at the end of our show, we're at this time,
Right.
D. We have a little segment. First of all, I want to say, right, thank you so much for doing our podcast. I thought,
You're not welcome.
I know, I'm going to say it anyway, that it was funny, but also very emotional and real. And I just really,
What can you be if you're not fucking real? This is what I want to say, Bobby.
I
What
knew
the
when I
fuck
said
is
that
the
it was going to
purpose?
go off. That's why I
What,
said
no,
it.
what the fuck's the purpose?
There we go, here we go.
What the fuck the purpose of having a podcast when you can't be yourself?
Sometimes, bro, sometimes people come up here and they're not real.
I know.
All right?
But they're not Donnell Rawlings either.
Exactly, and I just wanted to throw that out there, right?
When I-
it's not like as if you have to call it out every time I fucking say shit.
I do. That's real.
That is real.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing about it, when I was doing my podcast, when I first started, right, I was nervous. I'm like, oh man, this one wasn't as good as the last one. So and so. Somebody told me, say, Donnell, your audience is going to get to know you, and they're going to appreciate the dope podcast.
Yeah.
Along with the ones that you don't think is dope.
You guys have
You know
to.
what I'm saying? So-
you guys listening right now, please follow his podcast.
The Donnell Rawlings Show. What do you say? It's on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Make sure you check out my merch store at DonnellRawlings.com.
Yeah.
I got all type of river gear.
Yeah.
All right.
I want some river gear.
He gave you the fucking.
No, I
No,
know
no.
you want some. I'm gonna send you some real river gear.
I want real river gear.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a non-real river gear, but you know, I had nice sweaters from the
Right.
to the
I'm
street.
into that.
I got good stuff. I'll send it to you.
I also want to say one thing, Donnell. When
And I got candles too.
I love candles.
What?
I am a candle freak.
Okay, I got you. I'm getting you. Oh, I got
Good.
Okay, Karen, Yellow Springs,
Love it.
Black Ash, and
Okay, Karen.
And I got one more. Yo, I guarantee you. Oh, this is all you have to do. You try those candles, and you got to do a review on the show and say
Absolutely.
how much
100%.
you're gonna have them this week.
I also want to say that when I graduated from college and my father had just died and I came back to California and I was broke as shit, the only thing I had that was my lifeline was the Chappelle show.
Awesome.
And that is the only thing I had because I didn't have cable or anything, but we had some fucking DVD set. And
Yeah.
that's all I watched for 3 years. And I want to say this has been like an absolute like pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's interesting, and this is probably the last thing I'm saying.
Sweetie, we're gonna edit that out.
No, we're not.
It's too nice.
Why?
Too
That's
nice. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too nice. We're editing that part out. Fuck that shit. You're my woman. Fuck this guy.
It's okay.
Fuck it.
All right.
So
But-
at the end of our episode,
the candles, please.
What you'll say is one thing.
No, I want to say,
no, enough of him. Enough of this shit. I want to. At the end of our episodes, we do a thing called unhelpful advice. People email.
I want to say thank you.
Say
It
whatever
means
you
a
want to
lot.
say. We're gonna cut it
No,
out.
I'm just saying it means a lot.
I know.
It means a lot to me.
I can't wait for the candles.
Thank you.
We're
I
gonna have candles,
refuse for
hats.
you.
I'm every single
You're
corner
not
of the
getting
house,
shit
candles.
from him.
I'm getting the
You're never
candles.
gonna see him again.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it sent here.
Thank you.
No, I'm telling you, it's quality. You really gonna like
Okay,
it.
dude.
Okay.
Fuck, bro.
Yo, you're lucky, man.
I'm the best.
No, you're lucky.
Oh, I'm lucky. I mean,
No, I'm saying you're lucky to have someone that. It's a tough thing, man. Someone you could work with, someone that you care about, love, and someone that you could be honest around. Like, this isn't an easy thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You're very lucky. You're very lucky. You found happiness.
what are you doing?
You found the happiness. Do you know how it feels to be able to love somebody?
what kind of games are you playing right
I'm not playing. I'm telling the truth. Okay.
Young, young.
What are you playing, young?
It's
What you playing?
I don't know behind the scenes, but I do know it's so dope to be able to have someone that you could build with, you could love with.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You could work with.
Greatest.
You know? It's the dopest shit.
I'm the
That's
best.
something a lot of people
I'm
can't
the
do.
best.
All right. That's how you deal with your emotions. You just
Yeah,
make
you
it
got
fun
it.
and just
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I do it.
since
I'm-
childhood, haven't
I
learned,
too
huh?
am-
When are you going to evolve?
I too-
When are you going to evolve?
I too am dynamic, my friend.
you are.
What?
You must.
I too am
You
dynamic.
must be. You must. Be.
Thank you.
All right. so
Energy-
at the
my
end of your
energy
show,
shifts.
at the end of our show, what do we always do?
We do a thing called unhelpful advice. People have problems, and they email us with problems, and we try to give them advice. Okay, D?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Donnell Rawlings.
Hello, Mama and Papa Slep. I've been married to my beautiful wife for 7 years. We are an interracial couple of Hispanic and Asian. However, we live in Texas where open-mindedness on interracial couples is still not there, and people of all races are guilty of this. Plenty of times, people tend to glance and stare sometimes in an uncomfortable level, which does bother me to the point where I want to begin making remarks to them, but I would like to avoid conflict. What kind of mental attitude should I take to avoid this becoming a greater problem in my head, or being able to just shove this to the wayside and not care?
Do I answer that question? I've almost had this scenario. I was dating this Italian woman from Los Gatos years ago, right? And this was a small town. And I could tell that they weren't all about the intro. She was a white chick, black dude. And I could tell that they weren't all, I felt like the community wouldn't be as acceptant. And I remember we were holding hands one time going down the street. And I told her, I said, you know what? We don't have to do this if it's going to, she was like, no. She said, we got to show it. She said, because if we're uncomfortable, we're going to make those people feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So my advice would be to, you have to continue to live your life and you show the affection that you want. And long as nobody put their hands on you or anything like that, fuck them looks.
Yeah.
And the power of how you feel in your love, it will suppress all that dumb shit.
Yeah.
I've had a white girlfriend when we went for a walk. I'd go, all right, you leave now.
You're white.
In 20
You're
minutes.
white Korean.
In 20 minutes.
Yes.
You are white
Thank you.
Korean.
Damn, no.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're white
I've been
Korean.
saying
Like I
this
thought
for
you were
years.
adopted, son. You're like adopted Asian.
Yes.
You are white Korean, son.
Thank God somebody finally, I
told
feel
you that.
validated.
Did I not tell you that on the phone?
His arm's frozen.
I said you're white Korean. I told you that I want to come a little early. You said, Donnell, just go grab a cup of coffee.
That's very white.
That's very white. You're white Korean, son. You are white Korean, son.
I just want to say this.
You don't even date in your race.
She's Filipino. She's Asian.
No, but I'm talking about that one.
The other one.
I'm talking about that one, right? The straight one, the straight one, Joyce. Son.
You know, it's so funny that you say this, my friend.
You're white Korean.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I have to say this. Number one.
I want to answer another question.
No, we're not answering another question. We're gonna address this real quick. Okay. I wanted to end it, but we're not gonna end it right now. All right. I cannot help it that my Korean parents decided, like, okay, we are gonna move to Green Valley, which is a suburb. Right. I cannot help it that we bought a house in the middle of basically White Town. Everyone was,
I get it. I understand why you're white Korean. I understand.
yeah, it's but number one, I will fuck with Koreans.
Right.
I am Korean. When I go to Korea or I'm at a Korean spa or like I feel Korean, it's just that I have white tendencies.
That's what the fuck we just said.
Yeah.
Son.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I have white tendencies. When if I'm on an airplane,
That's your environment.
and I see the Notebook on, will I watch? I'll watch it.
Right.
Yeah, because
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Because my best friend.
Do I cry? I cry.
My best friend since childhood is Korean, born and raised in LA.
Yeah.
But she is so different from him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she is Korean.
Yeah.
And she's uncomfortable with how white
But the
he
reason
is.
why is because her parents had to keep pushing the culture on her. She had to keep, and I get it. I have a friend, Esther Koo.
I know Esther well. She's done our podcast.
She's white Korean. She's 100% white Korean.
Yeah.
Because her family wanted her to understand. I get it. I'm not knocking you for it, but you definitely.
Do I listen to Sarah McLachlan? Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Your love is better than ice cream.
You're white.
I love it. I love that. I love that song. Okay.
There's nothing
My
wrong with it.
point is this: I have tendencies, but I will fuck with gooks.
Yo, you're white Korean. Yo, I own Tevas now.
Here we go.
So I'm black Caucasian to a certain extent.
Well, you're a woods guy now.
Yeah,
you're
I
a
do.
forest man, so there
I-
is a little white in you.
You know what? I appreciate a lot of things about white culture,
Me too.
adventure.
The
being
one
of
thing, I was really.
and I appreciate, like, don't get me wrong, appreciate everything about black culture, but I'm not afraid to dabble into a different.
Yeah, me either, friend.
When I first started dating him, I couldn't believe that he had never owned a rice cooker, much less know how to cook rice at all. I couldn't fucking believe it.
I love chicken pot pie.
Listen, man, I called it.
I love chicken pot pie.
I called it. She's excited.
Yeah.
You're white Korean,
Yeah.
and she said it. Rewind it like Finally,
Yeah.
someone gets it.
But is there a purple ring around my penis? There is. That makes me very Korean.
And here we go. Now let's take it back to the beginning of this show. These are the things that make me uncomfortable, and these are the things that make me realize why I didn't want to fucking be here. I just came here to say, make sure you follow my podcast.
Watch the Donnell Rawlings
Nice
show.
merch.
Everyone, give him a round of applause. That was fantastic. All right. God damn it.
Shout out to EB.
EB. Yeah, he gonna love that.
That was so
Hey guys, we got a couple shout outs for our peoples out there. Khalyla, take it away.
I want to do. Oh my God, my phone turned off. I want to do a shout out to Rebecca and her boyfriend who recently got engaged. So his name is Austin, and they're big fans of the podcast and TigerBelly, babe. Yeah. Babe, come here and congratulate Rebecca and Austin on their engagement. Give them your wishes for here. Over there. Here. Come
Rebecca and Austin. This is Slep King Bobby Lee here, captain of all times. Congratulations on your wedding. And
They're not wedding, babe. They just got engaged.
congratulations on your engagement, and let life bring you all the happiness and joy that you deserve. Good evening and good night.
I thought that was very sincere
Amen.
and from the heart. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, Austin. Slubkin, we'd like to thank our patronages who have been interacting with all of our bonus content. Kyle, Isaac, Lauren, Cameron, and Dylan. Glad you got to chat with Bobby on the last live stream. If you're curious about vlogs, live streams, gameplay, bonus podcasts, and more, you can head over to patreon.com/TigerBelly. Started to fly, like so many flies here. What's happening? Sign up for free, and you only get charged at the beginning of the month. Once you've seen how much fun we're having, it's less than the price of a venti pumpkin spice latte. Great copy, George. So come on down to patreon.com/TigerBelly and let's hang out.
Wait, you guys like pumpkin?
Pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Is that how you say it?
No, pumpkin. But do you guys like pumpkin? You have to get one per year. Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, remember Bobby? This is the freaking pumpkin pie master. Cut the clip right here, Cam.
The pumpkin pie to the fucking pumpkin master.
Pumpkin pie master. Let's see if you guys can find out what episode that was. I remember Khalyla almost died that day when that happened. Let's take a second to also thank our sponsors for making this show possible. Lucy, Quip, ShipStation, and Brooklinen. TigerBelly listeners, go to lucy.co and use the promo code TigerBelly to get 20% off all products, including nicotine gum or lozenges. Start getting rewards for brushing your teeth today. And go to getquip.com/belly right now to get your first refill free. Make sure your businesses can meet the demands of this massive online shopping season. Try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code BELLY at shipstation.com.
Things are a lot smoother for our last ad, or last round merch. You can just
Oh, hey, sorry. In case you didn't hear George, he was saying why you should use ShipStation because it ran our merch actually this past run. Thank you guys for all purchasing the Celeb Kingdom, the Celeb King for President shirt. The whole operation went smoothly because of ShipStation, so make sure you guys check it out for your small business. Live your most comfortable life. Use promo code SLEP for 10% off your first order at brooklinen.com. And get your questions on TigerBelly by emailing us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We're looking for something out of the ordinary, strange coworkers, weird family members, alien encounters. You can email us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. Everyone, we love you guys. Shout out to EB and shout out to Austin and Rebecca. Good night.